Welcome. Here is Peter, and this is my Peter's English podcast in my podcast radio studio because this is like radio studio, and you can see the big difference in my progress of podcasting. I started with the phone, then I changed to my condenser microphone. Logitech Blue Yeti, and I discovered that there are two types of microphones, condenser mics, and my current dynamic mic Shure MV6 with my boom arm Rode PSV1. I told it because I only wanted uh, to show you my progress. But people, welcome. Let's start with my slogan. Learn English, be successful, change your life, open a lot of doors. Create your own podcast, write your own novel. You don't need to be talented because learning English is for everyone. Okay, people, it's true. Welcome, people. I'm Peter. I'm the podcaster, and this is my Peter's English podcast. Welcome, everyone. And this is picture in picture mode episode where I want to read you my own work, my chapter 10 of season 3 of my novel, Viera the Vampire Diary. It's called Lucia's Gothic Love Scandal. Yes, people, it'll be fun because usually my novel is full of funny, wild, crazy dialogues and stories. It's not very short. It's not very short and it's not very long. And this chapter has, I think, 1,800 words. Let's start, people. Let's start. Okay, can you see it? Yes, you can. I'm going to read you my own story in 3, 2, 1, go! Chapter 10 of Season 3, Lucia's Gothic Love Scandal. Viera's diary entry. On my head, how much did we drink that all of us are lying here on the bar tables after a wild night celebrating Mother's Day, complained Lord Vladimir Orsak, as he was the first to wake up after a night full of alcohol and dancing on the tables of the typical English Bennet family pub in London. His wife, Lady Sophia, gave him an angry look and shouted, Honestly, if I were you, I'd keep my mouth shut, you dog. You were the most enthusiastic one pouring strong alcohol for all of us. In fact, this is all your fault, you alcoholic. You can't even have fun without drinking. But Lord Vladimir had no intention of keeping quiet as usual. Well, I don't remember you trying to stop me. According to the photos and videos on my phone, you were dancing on the table like a performer and you still reek of alcohol. What did you just say, you dog? Lady Sophia began screaming, waking everyone else up immediately. Will you all shut up? I've had enough of your constant arguing. Couldn't you find a better moment for your lovers quarrels? Have you forgotten something? We have nowhere to live, shouted Lucia, Vera's twin sister, who had woken up to the loud commotion. You be quiet, you brat. Go away when adults are talking. Lady Sophia yelled at her great granddaughter Lucia. Eva, the mother of the twin sisters, and always ready to defend her children, immediately spoke up on her daughter's side. My child is right. Both of you shut up already. You should be thinking about where we're going to live and where we're going and where we're going to work. Suddenly, out of nowhere, Viera appeared, lamenting in this despair. For heaven's sake, what on earth did we do last night? Alcohol all over the floor. The whole place stinks, and there's a mess everywhere. How am I supposed to open a business when it looks like this? First, clean this place up quickly, and as a reward, I'll tell you some good news that concerns all of you. She commanded it like the head of the family. Vera's grandmother Maria couldn't hold back and immediately tried to scold her granddaughter. Since when do you give orders, you road brat? All of this is because of you and your stupid tricks. This is all your fault. Because of you, we have to work and live in a foreign country. The rest of the family stared at her in shock, mouths open, unable to believe what she dared to say to the most powerful vampire of them all. But Viera only began to sob unexpectedly because she realized it was true. Embarrassed, She wanted to disappear into a mist when her mother Eva stabbed her in to defend her. How dare you speak to my daughter like that? You're not even a pure-blood vampire like I am. Yes, you're right, but thanks to Viera, we're here and not living on the street. Viera sobbed quietly. I'm sorry, Mom. Her mother held her in her arms while Viera cried. Out of nowhere, Adriana appeared. What is all this noise? Good heavens, this place looks terrible. Why did you leave such a mess here? I suggest you hurry up because Viera arranged housing for you and I found you jobs online in a food warehouse where you don't need to speak English. Why is Vera crying? Grandmother Maria immediately felt guilty for what she had said, but she was too ashamed to speak. Eva answered instead, as usual, everything is Vera's fault. With tears in her eyes, Vera tried to start cleaning when suddenly Peter, Vera's boyfriend, walked into the bar, completely shocked by everything he saw. When he noticed his girlfriend crying, he immediately tried to comfort her. Don't cry, kitten. I'll help you. I'll help you clean. He grabbed the cleaning supplies and started whistling a Slovak folk song. The rest of Vera's family, embarrassed, quickly joined in to help with the cleaning. When the bar finally began to sink from cleanliness, Vera took command and introduced her family to the wealthiest vampire aristocratic family in the United Kingdom, the Blackthorn family. I would like to introduce my family. It is a great honor for us to meet the family of such a charming, powerful, talented, and forward-thinking vampire as Vera Orsak. We have decided to support her financially because she's the best advertisement for our world and a delight to the eyes, said Lord Alistair Blackthorn, with his wife, Lady Serafina, standing silently beside him, along with their son Edmund, who could not take his eyes off either of the twin Gothic vampire girls, Vera and Lucia. This immediately angered his mother, Lady Serafina Blackthorn. Son, stop staring at the girl so much. It's impolite. Vera and Lucia only winked at Edmund seductively together, which nearly made his knees buckle. He likes us both equally, which is good, laughed Vera, who was chatting with her sister telepathically. Lucia immediately protested. Hands off that male, sister. He's mine. Oh, he's so beautiful. I want him. Introduce me to him. You must have enjoyed him enough already. Vera burst out of laughing and said, excellent, you have no idea how relieved I am that you like him and want him because I've decided to marry you off to him. Let's be honest. Pavol, my boyfriend's brother, only loves money. He's not the best company for my most marketable little sister. This tasty male, as you call him, he's actually named Edmund Blackthorn. He clearly loves pretty girls. He likes both of us. Let's admit it. He's cute, adorable, and distinctly rich. His family has promised to support my dark organization. I promise to feed him a bride instead of myself because I love my Peter. You'll have to lend him to me sometimes. We took the same. He won't notice anything. What do you say, sister? Lucia, blushing bright red, grinned mischievously from ear to ear and said, why not keep both at the same time? I'm the boss of my life. I agree, if you let me your boyfriend Peter. As you said, he won't be able to tell us apart. And as a bonus, you can help Pavol. What do you say, sister? Vera giggled with a slight smile, her face turning red. I agree with everything. I love doing business with your sister. Now wrap that rich, handsome man around your finger. When you marry him, you'll keep Pavol as your lover, and I'll lend you my Peter from time to time, and you'll lend me Edmund. You'll become the manager of the British branch of the Dark Organization. That's your future wedding gift. Now go on, let our rich little rooster into temptation. Hello, handsome rooster. My name is Lucia Orsak. I'm Vera's twin sister. I feel so lonely here with my family. My ex left me when I moved to the United Kingdom with them. I haven't had a man in a long time. Such a fast should probably be illegal. Lucia introduced herself, blushing deeply to Edmund Blackthorn outside in the park. Edmund, completely uneasy and red as a tomato, tried to his best to hide how much he liked Lucia. He stared at her the whole time and naturally shoved off in front of her, which Lucia enjoyed very much. He immediately tried to flex his muscles for her, Good day, beautiful and graceful Miss Lucia. My name is Edmund Blackthorn. I am the heir of to my family's entire fortune. Let's get straight to the point. I like you very much. I desire you marry me. Lucia only giggled and said with laughter, "Not so fast, you tiger. From now on, I am the boss in our relationship. I am the boss here. If you don't obey me, I'll go back to my ex who wants me back. If you behave well, I'll keep both of you just for myself. I'll be officially yours when you're a good boy." Edmund replied, "As you say, sweetheart." After the meeting, Vera called the whole family together. "Dear family, Diana found you jobs online in a food warehouse. She will tell you all the necessary information. Diana, the floor is yours." Diana immediately began her speech like a team building presentation in some company. "Honored Orsak family, as I said earlier, I found you work online in a food warehouse where do not need knowledge of the English language. You start tomorrow morning. You will receive further information at work. Dismissed." The rest of the family simply stared silently and preferred not to say anything. The next morning, Vera's entire family started their new jobs in the food warehouse, where they met new colleagues who came from different countries and spoke different languages. The funniest part was that none of them knew English. Perfect. However, the beauty of the vampire women worked perfectly on the male colleagues, and the vampire ladies immediately became the sensation and the hit of the warehouse, much to the jealousy of the men's wives. "Vampire ladies, so much tasty meat in 1 square kilometer. Why would we need to know English? You communicate with our new colleagues through looks, winks, and kisses. What do you say, vampire ladies?" commanded the vampire Sophia to the vampires Maria and Eva. "We agree. At least our husbands will appreciate us more," the vampire women said at the same time. The vampire men only laughed quietly to themselves. The girls are the hit, but we're the hit for the young female colleagues. Not a word about this in front of our wives, vampires. Infidelity and innocent flirting became a normal part of life in the food warehouse where Viera's family worked. That same day, Peter's brother Pavol arrived in London at the invitation of the other wealthy families of the vampire aristocracy, who saw Viera as a heretic, a devil, and a threat because of her overly radical ideas. They immediately summoned Pavol to their castles and told him, "We know who you are. If you work for us, we will reward you generously. You will be the head and the face of our new anti-vampire organization, whose main task will be to destroy the reputation of that cow, Vera Orsak, whom we will turn into a dangerous predator for all decent men in the world. Vera and her family must be driven out of this country. You must seduce Vera's sister Lucia and become her lover. You must also seduce Vera. With compromising evidence, you will turn her into a monster. Here is £5,000 as a bonus. For good work, you will receive £1,000,000. Now, go, act." Pavel's eyes immediately lit up from all that wealth. Without hesitation, he sold everything he cared about and said, "I agree. I'll do anything for money. To be continued." Okay, people. I think that's it, because you don't like long stories or long uh, live streams, and I think it's the right time to end this live stream. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your listening. I'm so happy that my total numbers of my podcast on my Spotify for Creators account are increasing the whole time, and I feel great with this studio, because I'm feeling in this moment like the radio presenter or something like that. It's perfect. I'm so happy, and I'm so happy that you like my content. But I hope that you like this novel too, because it's funny. It's a very good idea to read. You can laugh a lot of the whole time, I think. And but simply, people, you can find my novel on my website, peterenglishpodcast.com, or you can find my novel on my Wattpad account. And I want to stream for 15 minutes. And Bob's your uncle for today. I'm so happy that I bought this new staff for my podcast studio, and I can end this episode. Okay, people, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and I want to tell you, bye-bye.